Well, a question that I've been asked more than once in the comments here over the last few months on this channel is, that's great, you live out in the middle of nowhere. I do it, but how do you find a wife or a spouse when you live out in the middle of nowhere? And honestly, that can be a fair question, because rural living can make a lot of things simpler in life, but dating is not always one of them. One of the biggest mistakes I think people can make if they're looking for that special someone, especially guys, is just isolating themselves too much. I mean, a guy might want a good relationship, but then he might spend all of his time completely alone all the time. And then they wonder why nothing happens or why they don't meet somebody. Living rural doesn't mean disappearing from society all the time. You still need some sort of community, and you still need to interact with some people in life, and we're meant to interact with people. For me, I still think church is a good spot to meet people. It's kind of funny, the pastor at my church tells younger men in the congregation, if you want to meet a spouse, spend a lot of time around church. Not that you want to make church some dating strategy. That's not necessarily the point of church. But you're around people that share your same values. If you're a Christian, you should only marry a Christian, in this guy's opinion. So a good spot to meet somebody would be at church. And even if you don't meet somebody directly there, you're still building community and building relationships with people who have friends, and having a community, I think it can certainly lead to connections over time. Another idea to meet good people would be volunteering. Say there's some sort of local event, like we used to have a Ruby's Pantry near the closest city to where I live, and you could volunteer there and meet somebody with a good heart. Or community projects, if there's some sort of, like we had storm cleanup last year for a tornado that went through the big town north of me. I guess it's not that big, but the town that's north of me. Maybe volunteer with youth. The city I grew up in had like a Young Life in the community. Maybe you could volunteer there, or at fundraisers. Just plug yourself into something. It's very nice sitting out here in the middle of nowhere in the woods. I'm lucky to have the best spouse ever, but if I didn't, you have to take that step and do something to go out and meet people. You have to leave the woods to meet somebody. And volunteering, it does something important. It puts you around other people that are interested in investing in their community as well. I also think a lot of people wait until everything is perfect before they even try dating. People think they have to have the perfect property before they can look for somebody, or the perfect finances, or the perfect setup. Let me tell you, life doesn't work that way. Most people build this stuff over a lifetime, and if you wait until everything is perfect, I'll tell you right now, it's not ever going to be perfect. And if it is, you're going to be too old to want to meet somebody anyway. You know, I'm going to kind of jump off task here and say the same thing's true about kids. There's so many people that say, oh, I can't have kids until I have my finances in order and all this stuff. And let me tell you, they probably won't ever always be in perfect order. So don't wait too long in life for things to be perfect. Just organically find somebody when the time is right for you. At the end of the day, I don't think most good relationships start because somebody had the perfect situation. I think people are just genuinely drawn to stability, to character, to confidence. That's big for guys, and to purpose. Being involved in your community, it says a lot more than people realize. Rural living, it definitely changes a dating strategy. There's really no question about that. There's no nightclub a block from my house, and I wouldn't really want to meet someone at a nightclub anymore anyway in life. But living out here, it definitely doesn't make it impossible. If anything, it just forces you to be more intentional. I'm curious, where do you think people are most likely to meet somebody today living out in the middle of nowhere? So survival of the beardist. I'm gonna go build a cabin today. I'm excited about that. Stay tuned to see it, and I'll catch you in a few more days.